The Cleveland Cavaliers are listing guard James Harden as questionable for tonight's game against Milwaukee. NBA insider Chris Haynes says that Harden suffered a non-displaced fracture in his non-shooting hand. That's his right hand in last night's win against the Knicks. Again, the Cavs facing Milwaukee tonight, and while Harden is questionable for the game, Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell have been ruled out. ESPN reports the Lakers have hired former Virginia men's basketball coach Tony Bennett to serve as an NBA draft advisor to team president Rob Pelinka. Browns head coach Todd Monken reiterated today what GM Andrew Berry said yesterday, that there will be a competition at quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, and possibly even an outside quarterback at this time competing for the job in Cleveland. Chicago Tribune says the Bears are allowing linebacker Tremaine Edmonds to seek a trade. Pittsburgh Penguins will be without Sidney Crosby, placed on IR for at least 4 weeks because of an injury suffered at the Olympics. I'm Dan Byer.
Hey, that's us, and we are on, and we are live on a hump day.
Hey-o.
It's going to be a hump night.
Yeah, bro.
Wednesday.
For all
I
you
wish
know,
it was Friday, but
for
we're
all you
halfway
know,
there.
It was a hump midday.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Little TMI. Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. If you notice Rich's mustache, that's probably why he's getting his hump on. Who are you, Ned Lasso? Ned Lasso.
Ned Lasso and Cavino.
Covino and Lasso. Remember, if you want to see the stupid mustache, Rich and us, youtube.com at Covino and Rich FSR. So thank you for rocking out with us. We are streaming live. You can watch what you hear. You can see Rich's stash. Ooh. Covino and Rich FSR. And today, we give away prizes. We got Mike's heartfelt Wednesday Words of Wisdom.
And who's going to be throwing down some midweek major? Is that Iowa Sam again?
Is it Sammy Sweetheart?
Sammy, I can't wait.
That's me still working on Midweek Major. It's been a very busy day.
Oh.
We will have it ready.
You better get on it.
So these are the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture. We do that every Wednesday, and we decide, are these stories mid, as the kiddos say, mediocre, mid, weak, or major stories? We'll figure it out together. Plus, Danny G is here super producing.
Yay.
Thank you, Danny G, for everything. 877-99 on Fox. Dan Byers hanging out.
Well, we got a lot to get to. We're going to talk about interrupting farts. There's a funny NBA story. We're going to talk about.
There's an old radio rule, Rich. You never lead with the fart story.
That's what Big Mike said.
Yeah. So we'll get to that.
We can't lead with farts, guys.
Which is like, it throws my world upside down because I always lead with farts, but Mike says no.
Okay, guys, it's bad radio.
It's a radio rule. Never lead with farts.
So interrupting farts in the NBA. There's a fun list. We're going to have you guys play along. Can you guess what they consider the greatest NFL nicknames of all time? We'll get to that. But there's a lot of people trashing Los Angeles, California. Danny, all the articles, all the prep we send each other, there was a trend. There was a commonality between a bunch of the stories, and they were all sort of poo-pooing on Los Angeles.
Yeah, it was a running theme. I screenshot this one, then that one, and then I'm like, wait, this is the third one today talking S about L.A.
Well, they're officially the evil empire, and I'll start with my boy first, okay? And you could talk about PCA and
Start with
else.
the Weekies.
I'll start with my guy, Jazz Chisholm.
Oh, the New York Weekies.
Jazz Chisholm says, I'd go to the Angels.
Did you pull a Keith Hernandez and call him Chaz Chisholm?
No, you're
okay,
just
sorry.
thinking in the gutter with that mustache, you creep. I'd go to the Angels before I go to the Dodgers. He says, I'd want to go and win by myself. I'd rather build my roof than go to the Dodgers. That's Jazz Chisholm Jr. on the possibility of getting free agency, an offer from the Dodgers. Again, that's a hypothetical. If it were to happen, he says he'd rather build the team than go on an existing winning team.
Well, he wouldn't be expected to win.
Yo, this is absurd. I want to call out, Jazz Chisholm, because This is I get what he's saying because this is an old school sentiment. This is a world where players used to say things like, "Well, I'm going to go there and I'm going to be part of the solution and I'm going to build a team." And that old mindset of like, you know what? No, it's appealing. Dan Byer, Danny G, everyone will back me up. Remember back in the day, there was like a lure to like, maybe I'll be the quarterback that turns around the Cleveland Browns. Maybe I'll be the guy that turns around said bunk franchise. And then slowly but surely you realize, nah, it just sort of ruins your career. So I have a newfound, I wouldn't say respect, but I have a newfound understanding of why Kyle Tucker
you could be the catalyst or the one person or one thing that turns it around, but
be
you could
pretty
also
special.
be Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Right? You could also be the one guy playing on the Angels for a doo-doo team.
You got to be LeBron James to make the Cleveland Cavaliers a winner in LeBron's youth and prime. My point being, Kyle Tucker, Edwin Diaz, guys that go to big market teams, can you blame them? Because as Big Mike said in our pre-show meeting, when they retire, no one ever criticizes, oh man, but they were on a good team. No, if you're on a good team, you're on a good team. Like there's
who
doesn't want to be on a good
here.
team?
There's the old sentiment of if you can't beat them, join them, right? How do you feel about that? Because it seems like people don't hesitate to join the Dodgers nowadays. Jazz is saying otherwise. And it's the big fish, little pond theory. It's would you rather be the big fish in a little pond or the small fish in a big pond sort of deal? That's really what it comes down to. And Jazz Chisholm is saying straight up, I'd rather be the big fish in the smaller pond. I'd rather be the star of the Angels than be just another player on the Dodgers who, already are a championship caliber team. I'd rather be the guy that makes the difference than joining the winning team.
And this is a very relatable sentiment, not just in sports, right? I mean, in life.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
In career and anything you do. There's two examples I could think about just from being a regular dude. When I play rec sports, there are teams I play on where I'm the best on the team.
They call you Wreck-It Rich, right?
If I'm batting third and playing shortstop every game, it's not the best team. I'm good, but that means it's not the best team. When there's guys that are younger and guys that are fresh out of college on a softball team I'm on, and it's like, hey, Rich, you're batting seventh and you're playing third base or you're left field, I almost feel like, all right, that's a really good team then.
Yeah, but
do you want to be
the best on your team is a good feeling, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I know. But
it is a good feeling, and it's good for the ego, but is it small-time thinking is the question.
Like Jazz Chisholm's a great example. If he were on the Angels, he's the star.
But it's not like he's playing for a schlubby team. He's playing for the New York Yankees, right? So this, once again, proves that the Dodgers really are the evil empire. When you got a New York Yankee and Jazz Chisholm saying, nah, I wouldn't play for them. I'd rather play for the Angels.
Well, so ask yourself this. We do a sports talk radio show, a podcast for years now.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there something to be said about we're sort of like on the Dodgers? We're on a network where I'd like to think we're number 3 to Colin Cowherd and Dan Patrick.
Hey, dude, I heard we're number 1. According to my mom.
Your mom said, okay, I thought so.
I talked to her today. She said we're the best show.
Steven, you're number 1.
Yeah, she said we're the best show.
No, but we are on a network that's stacked, right? Would you want that, or would you want to be on like the Bunk Sports Radio Network and Cavino and Rich are like the only show they have that's good?
When you put it that way, and it's a great way to look at it, put yourself in that situation. When Rich positions it that way, yeah, I'd rather be with the best. I'd rather be part of the best lineup. The premier sports lineup in the nation, as they say.
Now you're just reading the sign on the wall.
I'm reading the sign right here because it's true. Fox Sports Radio's lineup is stacked. I'm proud to be a part of that, as opposed to being the biggest show on the Bunk Radio Network. Right?
This network has legitimate shows around the clock.
And by the way,
feels
doesn't
cool.
that also motivate you? Like, it doesn't mean you have to still be the third best, right? Or just part of the lineup. You're there. You continue to build from there. Just because you played for the Dodgers doesn't mean you can't be the best guy on the team, right? You're playing with the best. You still try to be the best.
Can you give me an example? Think about it. NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball. I'm leaving out hockey because I just don't know it. I'll be honest. Can you think of a star player out of college, out of the draft, that made such an impact where they took their crappy team and immediately made them a contender? Where some guy went to a Cleveland.
He was the difference maker.
Like I think Steph Curry changed the culture in Golden State. Now, you could say Clay and Draymond, they had other pieces, but Steph Curry took a Golden State Warriors team. As the joke went, Danny Tanner in Full House was the only Golden State Warrior fan. Remember when you played NBA Jam, you're like, you had friends that were like, is Golden State like where's that? Where is that? It's like Chris Mullin was the only guy, Hardaway. Golden State was put on the map by Steph. The Cleveland Cavaliers weren't sniffing any success until LeBron came there.
Does that have to be a player? Because isn't that story of Vince Lombardi? Like, didn't he sort of change the whole culture of Green Bay?
Vince Lombardi
wasn't the story like
took
no one
the
even
job
know where that
and
was?
Didn't he take the job? And the whole fable is that he didn't know where Green Bay, Wisconsin was.
Yeah, look, he became legend. So just put that in your pipe and smoke on it for a minute. You can become the legend.
But do you understand that?
Like, if based on Jazz Chisholm's theory, if he's the one guy that could change the franchise, man, you're forever remembered.
But there's my point is, we just named.
If you're the guy on the Dodgers, you're just part of the story.
But we just named 5 or less. We can name 5 or less people in the last 100 years of sports. So my point is, it's a little egocentric when a quarterback's like, I want to go to the Browns. Or imagine right now, Danny G, be honest with me. Do you think there is someone that thinks their ego would be speaking, I could go to the Jets and I'm the difference maker? Aaron Rodgers probably thought that.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably thought that.
It's probably a little far-fetched thinking now, but yeah, when Aaron Rodgers first went there, that was what he was thinking for sure. It has to be a super alpha dog.
I think that I feel bad saying this, but I feel like that doesn't mean it's true. In my mind it is, but I feel this started with the NBA. I really do. Like, if you can't beat them, join them sort of mentality. And I think what we used to frown upon, that sentiment has become accepted and a smarter way to think. Like, hey, man, are you in this to win, or are you in this for yourself and your legacy? And if you're in this to win, then yeah, if you can't beat them, join them is an acceptable way to be. But remember, that used to be a frowned upon philosophy and mentality, like joining them.
You could argue back in the 80s and 90s, and I know the NBA, man, they got such a they're hung up on this. Like, back in the day, like when Ewing was on the Knicks, Malone was on the Jazz, and Barkley was on the Suns.
With that team. That's why Allen Iverson said publicly, that's why they frown, the old crew, the old heads frown upon the new school ways of thinking. Because back then, whatever team you were on, you hated the other teams, and you wanted to win with your team. You were loyal to that team. Nowadays, these pros ain't loyal. So you remember, like, that philosophy used to be frowned upon. Now it's just accepted. It's just how it is, because you only get such a certain amount of time. You can only get a certain amount of window to win in the league and to make it happen. So, like, you kind of get it. If you can't beat them, join them.
Well, I would
that used to be a loser mentality, and now we're kind of telling you what used to be a loser mentality is the winning mentality.
Can't beat them, join them?
Yes.
It's okay with me.
That used to be a loser mentality. I just want to make that clear. So that's where Jazz is coming from.
It's like how nerd became the new cool.
Yes.
Like, things change. Remember, you go back to your old college town, the bars that were cool are now the lame bars, and the lame bars are now the cool bars?
Yeah, but you know what the winning mentality was? Yeah, if you can't beat them, join them. That's losers. No, you try to beat them. You don't join them. You try to beat them. So I respect where it's coming from. It's just the dated mindset.
Would you say the last of these we're forgetting is, I know they had success, before we were born and we were little babies. The Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis, that team was really sort of a nothing team, and Giannis wins an NBA title for Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Like, that's why
that's a good example.
I think that was an extra level of props people gave him, because it's like, he stayed in Milwaukee, and that's why I think people understand if he wants to leave now, the dude paid his dues.
So what do you think about the, again, new philosophies that we've accepted throughout the years? You can't beat them, join them. And the next story involves PCA. Again, it's a lot of hate against the Dodgers today as we approach the World Baseball Classic and baseball starting next month. Spring training's already here.
People hate L.A. It's like 80 and sunny. Not much to hate right now.
Well, PCA also talking smack.
PCA, Met prospect that they just sort of gave away. But, hey, Chicago Cubby, he was getting some buzz the other day by saying that Cubs fans give an S. They aren't just baseball fans who go to the game like Dodgers fans to take pictures. They don't pay attention. Saying Dodgers fans are sort of, show up when they want, casual fans. And I'm not going to lie to you.
He's saying Cubs fans pay attention to the game. They're not just there for the gram and to say they were like Dodgers fans.
While the Dodgers are a dynasty that we're seeing before our eyes.
Dodgers set a record in attendance last year with 4 million tickets bought.
I agree, but isn't there a party that does feel like they are a little casual?
Dodgers fans?
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No knock on you, Danny G.
I think it's a West Coast, East Coast thing. Danny,
It's a vibe.
I mean, it's not as intense as
I could see how you say that, but there's also some fans that are true
of
baseball
course,
fans.
You're one of them. But I'm saying, I'm not comparing it to the East Coast, West Coast hip-hop battles of the 90s, but there is a battle of, like, how sports fans react, East Coast, West Coast, and I'm fascinated that during baseball season, we grew up in New York. Sports radio, TV, people would talk constantly about all the time. Mets, Yankees, Mets, Yankees, Mets, Yankees. Out here, people will casually be like, hey, may go to the Dodgers next week. Show up in the third inning, leave before the traffic, and then they zone in when it's playoff time.
There's a lot to do. There's
a
lot of competition with your money, your entertainment dollars. And there's people there that have the money to go to those games where the real fans can't get in because they don't have the money.
It's like you see a lot of
our very own Jason Stewart posted this, right? He goes, so let me get this straight. Out of the 4 million tickets bought to see the Dodgers, people are paying ridiculous costs of parking and beer and food, waited in 2 hours in their car to leave the parking lot, all just to take pictures. He's saying, no, we're legitimate fans out here rooting on the Dodgers.
I think, but you're talking about Jay Stu and Danny G, sports fans, guys that work in sports radio, guys that I know are diehard. There's a lot of people that casually go to, I think there's more, I'm going to casually take my company's tickets and go to the Dodgers game than other big teams.
I just think based on all this, it's proof today that the Dodgers are really the evil empire.
Yeah.
Because at least I come from a place of, yeah, I get it. But you know what? They're doing good business. They're putting money back into their own team.
Yeah. And to be fair, there's sideline sitters in New York City as well who just want to be seen by the cameras.
Oh, dude,
it happens in all big cities.
It happens everywhere. It's just a culture, especially with young people. It's all about them and less about the game. Yeah. It's all about look at me and look where I'm at, as opposed to really caring.
Yeah, you know how we would always judge that on the East Coast? Let me take you to New York for a second, Danny. Depending on what team's doing better, and I hate to say it, a lot of the time it was Yankees, better looking crowd. It's a true story. Whatever team is doing better has better looking fans, and it just shows like what's the hotter, cooler thing to go to. When the Mets have little moments of like, ooh, the Mets are looking good, the fans look better.
But it's hard to hate on something that's working. Dodgers are making lots of money, putting it back into the team, and they're getting hate for it. So what are your thoughts? 877-99 on Fox. We're giving you ours. And, again, the accepted way of thinking today of you can't beat them, join them.
Can't beat
what
them,
do you
join
think
them.
about that?
That's old school. Like I think mocking that is old school. I think it's a straight up, hey, can't beat them? Hey, you want to win a ring? You want to be surrounded by winners? Have your agent call him.
But it is an easier path to victory.
Yeah, but then
I think that's what Jazz is getting at. He'd rather be an Angel than be a Dodger.
But I'll be honest, at this stage of the game, when you're a professional making a ton of money, I know that competitive spirit's there. But isn't there a party that's like, yeah, you know what? Some of these guys like, I'm making so much money. I really want to win.
Dude, when you put it in, like I said, perspective of who would I rather play for, the Bunk Radio Network or the Fox Sports Radio Network, of course I'd rather play for Fox.
You want to be surrounded by winners.
Yeah, just trying to give you the flip side of it as well.
You know what should be an interesting field study this year? Luis Robert Jr. on the Mets, because that guy had all the promise in the world, and for the last 2 years, he sort of faded away a little bit. And you could argue, is it because he was just on the White Sox in a lineup with no one? Like, would you be shocked if that guy showed up big time because it's like now he's on a team that could actually compete? I'm really intrigued to see how he does, because I think sometimes it even determines your vibe, your attitude, everything.
So you're saying where you think you would shine the brightest, you actually don't shine at all because there's no one there complimenting you.
Man, like I said, it's the Cleveland Browns quarterback position. Time after time, some college kid's like, I'll be the guy. Because who wouldn't want it? Your ego tells you, I want to be the guy. There's going to be someone that eventually wins in Cleveland. And everyone's like, I want to be that guy because then all of a sudden you're just the man. But you know what? Cooler to do it somewhere else if you ask me. All right, more Cavino and Rich. More fun today. We're going to do Midweek Major with I Was Sam. We got Mike's Words of Wisdom. We're going to talk about interrupting farts in the NBA and some NFL nicknames. A lot of fun on a random Wednesday. Cavino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio.
Ready to tackle your financial goals with Weeble? You don't have to sit on the sidelines. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Weeble puts you in the game with tools to help you make the moves you want. Trade stocks, options, and ETFs, or play the long game with cash management and retirement accounts, all on one platform.
Weeble's app pairs advanced analytics with real-time data so you could read the defense, adjust your strategy, stay in the know, stay in control. Now you can meet Vega, the AI market assistant. You could say things like, analyze my watch list, or what's the outlook for this stock? And by the way, pretty nice day in the market today, so hopefully everyone did well. Get real-time analysis, volatility insights, and if you want a wider view of the field, you could use Portfolio X-Ray, spot trends, manage risk, and optimize the performance of your portfolio.
Stop punting your financial future. Join Weeble's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas with fellow investors. Download the Weeble app today on mobile or desktop at WEBULL or visit Weeble.com.
Weeble Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Weeble.com/disclosure.
Angels owner Artie Moreno insulted the entire team's fan base when he said, look, our fans don't care about winning. It's not even a top 5 priority.
That's what I wrote down. Not even, that's the funniest part. Winning isn't in the fans' top 5.
According to this mystery survey from Angels fans that nobody even knows about.
Are these the same surveys on Family Feud where you're like, top 100 people surveyed? Like, who gets surveyed?
He's saying that the fans were surveyed and they don't care about winning. They care about affordability, safety and affordability, which, again, those are important things, no doubt. You take your family out. You want to feel safe. In fact, Rich, didn't you just cancel your Mexico trip because you want to have a relaxing, worry-free, safe vacation?
I'm not trying to overreact, but, you know.
It's the smart, right thing to do. You're a parent.
I'm a dad. I got 2 little ones that depend on me. So my wife and I said,
We're in
pivot.
LA. You can go to Mexico anytime.
Let's go to the Dominican Republic, and I could also recruit some great baseball players while I'm there.
Right now is not the best time for that, right? Even though you're probably going to be fine in Riviera Maya or wherever, but why take the chance? So we're not saying safety doesn't matter. We're not saying affordability doesn't matter. But if you ask a sports fan what their priorities are when it comes to their team, wouldn't winning probably be number 1, if not a real close number 2? I can't even imagine what would come before winning. It's sports. It's why we watch. It's why we invest. It's why we root.
Winning. I mean, it's the name of the game. Thank you, Charlie Sheen. You know, when you coach little kids or you got little ones, there comes a point where you're like, we're here to have fun, right, kids? And then they hit an age where it's like, and win. Like, you don't play
right, because
to
winning's
not win.
Fun.
Like, listen,
losing's not fun.
You may say I'm too competitive, but Danny, if me, you, Cavino, I was Sam, Dan Byer, if we went bowling or to play mini golf or to the driving range, I couldn't not try to be better than you guys. And I would hope the same from you guys. Like, I can't.
You're oddly annoyingly competitive where there's no chill, like, so it takes the fun away from it.
But you tell me if you
I
and I went
can't
bowling.
hate on your competitive spirit, but it's annoying.
If you and I went bowling, you wouldn't try to beat me?
You always have an inner desire to win, but you're like overboard about it, where like you make it awkward. So
sorry, man.
I mean, like
Steve
everybody,
Reich, got him.
Exactly. We all want to win.
Who do you
but
think you are?
I do think when it comes to like us hanging out, that's where fun is more of a priority
of
than
course,
winning,
I
right?
get it,
Yeah.
but I
No,
mean,
it's not, because that's still the priority.
maybe
for
I
you.
just want to win all the time. You
Right.
should be happy. I'm your co-host because I want to beat the ass of every other show.
But I would say in that situation, like me having fun with Danny G, Dan Byer, and Sam is the priority, not beating Dan Byer and making him feel bad about it.
Yeah. And I think at a sporting event, you want to be comfortable. You know, you heard the stories about the old Boston Red Sox seats that were built for people in the
comfort.
Yeah, in the early 1900s, and they had to renovate, obviously, so people could actually fit in the aisleways and the seats. As long as the ballpark is comfortable, then I think the number one priority would obviously be winning.
You know, it's like when I went mini golfing with Dan Byer.
Yeah.
And I was like, shooter. and he was like, this is no fun with you.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be too competitive when you're hanging with your buddies. But let's play devil's advocate here.
It's a big butt.
I love big butts. Is there something to be said about today's economy, today's family, and just being able to take your family somewhere affordable?
All right, you've heard the phrase counter-programming, most recently with the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm not getting into that, but a lot of times you say, all right, there's an audience that doesn't want this. What might they want? And if you live in Los Angeles, there's a good chance why would you not be on the Dodgers bandwagon or be a lifetime fan? But there is a reason why you'd be like, well, it's awfully expensive. I have to go to, oh man, it's not easy to get to Dodger Stadium. Like,
yeah,
you got to counter program and be like, all right, what are they doing? The Angels aren't going to be better than the Dodgers. They're not going to have the star power.
Yeah, but they might be winning over a lot of fans who don't have the money to spend on Dodgers tickets.
But that's the point.
Right.
When I lived in New York, if I wanted to go to a basketball game, I could spend $500 to go to a Knicks game, or I could go to a Nets game when they were in Jersey for like $40.
So you're thinking about let's say the parents of this family, right? They're taking their kids there. Those kids are now growing up Angels fans because that's what their family could afford. So the thinking's not that crazy when you really dive into it. I just find it kind of hard to believe that winning's still not the priority. Or are you going to tell me all these seats are being filled by people who are like, you know what, screw that. I just want to show my kids, my family, a good time. You really got to put yourself in the old school mindset, Rich, to understand what we're talking about. I think we've moved on so quickly.
Old school mindset. I have a mustache today. I'm already there.
No, it's true. Because think about it. Think of an opposing team or an opposing gang or an opposing anything, company, right? They were the enemy. So you don't play for the enemy. And that's how it was forever up until, I don't know, 15 years ago. Maybe 10 years ago, and all of a sudden, it's, hey, you know what? I realized if you can't beat them, join them. It's not so bad. But you realize that it's a winning formula, and it kind of works. And we've accepted it. So I don't hate on Jazz Chisholm for what he's saying. It's just an old school way of thinking in today's game. He's saying he'd rather play for the Angels than the Dodgers. And what I'm getting is the Dodgers are really becoming a hated organization, even though they have very likable players.
Of course, evil empire, but I think, like you said, the sentiment of can't beat them, join them used to be considered like you're weak. Now it's like, dude, enjoy yourself.
Like, you're going to leave our gang. You're going to leave the Vatos Locos and join the Tres Puntos? That's not what you do. You try to be better than the other gangs, the other teams, the other companies.
Can I give you...
In today's world, no, it's all good. I'm not loyal. I just leave. And it's a bad sort of character trait. It really is, if you want to be real about it, because that's why relationships are failing. Why do I want to be in this and struggle? It's harder to win here. I'm going to go there and win. It's really not that great, but we've accepted it.
Yep. Can I give you, not analogies, great examples? Can I give you 4 examples of where in our lifetime this sentiment has rung true, where it's no longer, I want to beat you. The sentiment is, hey, I'm going to join you. late night TV, which is a dying thing anyway. Letterman and Leno hated each other. Johnny Carson, when we were little kiddos, was territorial. Now it's like Fallon and Kimmel and Colbert and all that. They all pal around. They're on each other's shows. They don't care. They're like buddies. Another example, All-Star games. Pete Rose would like slide cleats up to like take someone out. Now people are laughing and bro hugging and having a good time.
Yeah,
It's like,
because that might be your teammate in the next year.
yeah, music collaborations. It used to be like, yo, I want to beat you on the charts. Now, not only hip-hop artists, country artists, pop artists, collaborations at an all-time high. Hey, let's share each other's audiences, right? And one final one. In the world of broadcasting, Danny G, you grew up in radio just like Cavino and I did, Dan Byer, Sam, we're all radio at heart, right? When I was younger, I hated every other radio station that I was not on. When I was
Sure, it's very competitive.
When I was in New York, I was on Z100, which is like the Kiss FM of New York. I hated the idea of anyone being like, yeah, K-Rock or KTU or Light FM or Hot 97. WPLJ, F them. And then all of a sudden, iHeart, which is a great company we work for, they treat us well now. I remember at the time being like, wait, all the radio stations that are supposed to hate each other are in the same building and they're friends now?
Right. So
what?
Our
Yeah.
mindset really changed a lot.
What?
To even question what Jazz is saying. And what he's saying is a little old school. I'd rather play for the Angels than play for the evil empire, the join 'em sort of situation with the Dodgers.
When I was a kid at one of my first radio stations, our general manager had a staff meeting with all of us, and he wore a hard Army helmet, and he was ranting about how we were going to kill the competition. That's how competitive it used to be.
Yeah, it's a different mentality now.
I remember radio stations would pull stunts to F with other radio stations, like
Oh, yeah,
sabotage.
for
I remember
sure.
back in the day, I worked at a radio station in Syracuse, Hot 107.9.
It was just 107.9 until Rich got there.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
Hot 107.9.
he was the nighttime hottie.
The other radio station in town, 93Q, was doing some corny local promotion like, we're giving away 93-cent gas. They had a couple of the promo guys stall out their cars in front of the gas station and ruin their whole promotion.
Yeah, now
You
it's,
would take-
if you can't beat them, join
you
them.
would take-
Back then, you tried to beat them. You see what I'm saying?
You would take the bumper sticker.
But where was the shame then
I
in
know.
trying to beat them?
You would take the bumper
Now
sticker.
we want to take the shorter route to success, and
Yeah.
hey, that's just the way it is. All right, so we're
I was-
Cavino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, ready to
WR.
tackle your financial goals. Weeble makes it simple to start investing. Powerful tools, real-time data, all in one app. Get started at Weeble.com or download the Weeble app today.
Weeble Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Weeble.com/disclosures.
The
Danny.
other side story, Rich, is PCA is calling out Dodgers
Yeah.
fans.
Well, I mean, he's just
Saying
saying
they're not
he's
loyal.
just saying they're not loyal. Well, he's saying
They're
they're,
not
just
invested.
they're not invested. But listen,
Yeah. And then Sophie Cunningham in the news saying that LA personalities are weak.
Oh, yeah, that was the other
They
one.
don't dance.
There's three. Yeah,
Dude,
three
that
I
was the
hate
other
LA
one.
stories.
There's 3 I hate LA stories.
I hate LA.
I will say, though, that there is something about Los Angeles, and you guys are New York guys, Sam and I are from the Midwest, that is so different than anything else that if people aren't from here or come here and it's just not their vibe, they just can't stand it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'll
I
be
don't
honest.
know.
Dude, my parents say that's why they haven't visited me in my 18 years of
Sure.
being
I
here.
don't-
They came twice in 18 years.
I don't get it. My thought, Dan Byer, is that I came here married, and my wife and I started a family out here. Maybe if I came out here single, I would have been like, "Oh, the women out here are terrible." I don't know, but I mean, like, I've met all you guys. You guys are pretty cool. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get that
It's
sentiment.
got a reputation.
I feel like anywhere I go, you know, if you're a nice enough guy, you can make friends. I think it's great out here. I love Los Angeles. Now, I saw a funny analogy where it was the difference between an East Coaster, like a guy from Philly or Boston or New York, versus someone in L.A. Someone in L.A., if your car breaks down, someone in L.A. would be like, "Oh, my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. All right, bye. Meep, meep." Someone in New York or Philly or Boston would be like, "What are you, an effing moron? What are you doing? Hey, let me help you." That's the difference.
Gotcha.
There's like a fake sincerity that's not real in Los Angeles, where in New York,
And
they'll
we're not-
bust your huevos and hate on you, but then be like, "Yeah, I'll give you a hand."
That's the feeling
That's the
anyway.
yeah,
right?
okay.
That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Not saying that's accurate, but it feels accurate. So anyway, Cavino and Rich,
Oh, the last
the
thing I was trying to-
Dodgers in L.A. are enemy number one. We're out here in L.A., but I'm a Yankees fan, as you know. Rich is a Mets fan. Danny G is a Dodgers guy. Dan Byer likes his Brewers.
He has a Bernie the Brewer cardboard cutout.
I always say you're a Dodgers guy, but you like flip-flop around, right?
I grew up rooting for the Phillies.
Yeah, you're a
but
Phillies
I'm
guy,
definitely
too.
a Dodgers fan.
Yeah, and
now.
then he was Big Apple Sam for a minute.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes, he was.
Oh, all those phases of my life.
I get it.
Let's go to the phones, Rich.
All right.
877-99 on Fox.
What I was trying to spit out before was you worked in radio and promotions. How many times did you slap an old school like K-Rock bumper sticker over some other radio station's bumper sticker?
Because we were trying to beat them, not join them.
I-
Nowadays, we're joining them.
I
And
remember,
we're
uh,
okay with that.
Early on, when you and I first worked at Sirius XM, it was just Sirius satellite radio. XM was the
Enemy.
enemy. I would go to Best Buy, Radio Shack. I would take all the Sirius satellite radio pamphlets and put them in front of the XM ones.
Same.
Like
That mentality's gone, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't point my finger on who
Yeah.
exactly ruined that.
Look at Rich, one Best Buy at a time.
But I'm saying, like, I get
What's that guy with the mustache
you
doing
guys-
over there?
You guys get it because what we do is there's a level of competition, right? Like 20 years ago, I would not have publicly been like, you know who I really liked? I really like George Sedano on ESPN Radio, who I think might even be on at this time. He's a good guy. 20 years ago, I'd be like, F that guy. Even if I liked him. It just we are okay with being chummy and buddy chummy with the competition. It's just,
So we could say that what Jazz Chisholm's saying makes sense. It's just a dated mentality.
There's a point as well, as you're going to hear me in a minute or so give an update, and ESPN had been the ones who really were so against giving credit to other sources when it came to breaking news.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't report it, or they would just say reports. They wouldn't say who it was. And our thinking of that changed, where if you're listening to Fox Sports Radio, you don't have to listen to the competitor, because we're going to tell you everything that you need to know, whether it comes from ESPN or CBS Sports. We've got all the news. We've got all the topics. Just come here and you're going to be covered. But there was a point where ESPN was the four-letter network. Like, you didn't want to say those four letters, like you were really keeping people from consuming their product by doing that.
Dude,
But
it's such a weird mentality. I have another example. I'm sorry, DB.
That's all right.
When we were kids, do you remember watching wrestling? And they wouldn't acknowledge the other federation.
yes.
Like if you watch
What's more weird, though? I like that
I know, but when
mentality.
you watch the WWF as a kid and you were like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, they pretended like Ric Flair and the all the WCW or NWA that it didn't exist. It was such a
I feel like the lines are way more blurred now.
Dan Byer's
I
right.
like.
He's so right. Like ESPN, like
Yeah, it sounds silly, but I
Shh,
like
don't
that
say it.
mentality better. Like, yeah, this is our team, and we're trying to beat the other team.
I had a boss at Sirius XM who was still old school that he couldn't snap out of it. My pal Kid Kelly, one of my mentors, he was so old school that they'd be like, yeah, on the pop channels, read this cross promotion for the country channels, and he's like, I won't. Yeah, but it's the same company.
We're all the same
It's all
company
the same.
now.
Nope, won't do it.
No,
Why not?
because we're still trying to be the best channel.
But we want to be the best channel. It
Right.
doesn't matter who the best channel is. People are paying for satellite. Yeah, but no, it's
And you know what that proves? That if you don't adjust your mindset, you become a dinosaur.
Yeah, I
you
guess
become
so.
obsolete. You got to be willing to play the game the way it's played today. So therefore, Jazz Chisholm is in the wrong, even though I respect where he's coming from. If you want to compete and win today, you have to be willing to play
pal around.
with the Dodgers
Yeah.
if you get that opportunity.
Well-
not the Angels.
With that said, let's go to our buddy Dan Byer for an update. DB, what's going on today, man?
I, too, am a fan of former Fox Sports Radio weeknight overnight host George Sedano as well.
He's
Yes.
a great guy, man.
Yes, he is.
He's a good dude.
Yes.
He works for that four-letter network.
Yes, he does. Cavaliers guard James Harden suffered a non-displaced fracture in his non-shooting hand in last night's win over the Knicks. That came from NBA insider Chris Haynes. Harden is questionable to play tonight against Milwaukee. Cavs will be without Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. Lakers have hired former Virginia men's basketball coach Tony Bennett to be an NBA draft advisor to team president Rob Pelinka. In the NFL, the Jaguars will play 2 games in London next season, back-to-back weeks, and they'll be the home team for both games. Now, the Jaguars are having work done on their current stadium. It's a 2-year process. They'll have it's basically going to be a brand new stadium in 2028. They're going to have to be relocated in 2027. Next year, they're only going to play 6 games in Jacksonville.
So that's, it sort of makes sense because you're right there. Because there's always the lopsided 9 and 8.
Yep.
They're getting the 8 home games, 2 of them away. So you only have to figure out 6.
Correct.
That's
correct.
actually makes sense. At first, I'm like, ooh, 2 home games on the road, but not.
Yes, it works out for them,
Yeah.
and the stadium is supposed to be amazing when it opens in a couple of years, but they're going to play back-to-back weeks in London as the home team in those situations. Commanders also going to be playing a game in London. Chicago Tribune says the Bears are allowing linebacker Tremaine Edmonds to seek a trade. Panthers have received calls for backup quarterback Andy Dalton. That's according to ESPN. Cowboys kicker Brandon Aubrey reportedly wants a deal that will make him the highest-paid kicker in the NFL at $10 million per season. Pittsburgh Penguins will be without Sidney Crosby for at least 4 weeks. He was placed on IR with a lower body injury suffered in the Winter Olympics. Guys, back to you.
DB, you hear in the NFL, it's funny. I don't expect you to know now, but you hear all these guys like, where are they going to end up? Possible guys on the move. Has anyone? I know he's not going to be on my team anymore, but where's the interest in Brandon Ayuk? Does someone want him? Have you heard any
Nothing.
rumbling about
Haven't
that guy?
heard a thing.
He just decides to skip the season. But yet I don't know any team that's inquired, or I haven't even seen a rumor on like fan sites or anything.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything either. And it probably has to do with his health, because even the 49ers don't necessarily know what's up with him because he's kind of been MIA. But I haven't heard anything yet.
All right, cool. DB, thank you. Now, coming up, we have Mike's Words of Wisdom. Covino, Midweek Major. Iowa Sam going to be taking over this week with all the hot stories. And
You mean Big Apple Sam?
Big Apple Sam. And also 2 other things we're going to get to. Interrupting NBA farts and top NFL nicknames. We're going to play another little game with you guys. All coming up right here. Cavino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio.
Ready to tackle your financial goals, Rich. With Weeble.
Dude, look at the market today. I feel good.
Tell me about it. You don't have to sit on the sidelines. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Weeble puts you in the game with tools to help you make the moves you want. Trade stocks, options, ETFs, or play the long game with cash management and retirement accounts. The key here, all on one platform.
No doubt. You could do all this stuff. Weeble's app, it pairs advanced analytics and real-time data. So you could read the defense, adjust your strategy, stay in control. And now with Vega, your AI assistant, this is key. It helps you do things like, hey, analyze my watch list, watch out for this stock, and really does give you a heads up. Volatility, insights, and you get real-time updates. And if you want to widen your view of the field, use Portfolio X-Ray to spot trends, manage risk, and optimize performance of your portfolio.
Stop punting your financial future. Should we say striking out?
Yeah,
Stop striking out with your financial future. It's baseball season.
It is.
Join Weeble's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas with fellow investors. Download the Weeble app today on mobile or desktop. Weeble, Webull, or visit Weeble.com.
Weeble Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Weeble.com/disclosures.
UFC Fight Night. It's a middleweight main event.
Bro.
Strickland, 29-7 versus Anthony Hernandez, 15-2. And Sean Strickland just off his rocker, unhinged, probably the biggest maniac in the fight game ever. And we're talking about guys like Mike Tyson, guys that get punched in the head for a living.
Dude, the press conference with this dude, people were just like, yeah, keep going. Listen, this is an uncensored podcast. I don't even want to play some of the stuff this guy said.
I would feel uncomfortable playing things this guy said.
He went after gay people, trans people, women, this guy, he's so fucking unhinged. I don't know where he isn't offensive.
This guy can't speak a sentence without offending somebody. He's just out of control.
Bro, it's insane.
So I leave that on you, Overpromise Fox Sports Radio Nation. If you haven't seen his press conferences or any of the hype leading up to this fight or any interview with this maniac, again, too many punches to the dome, I think. check them out on your own time.
Yeah, honestly, it's
so
worth watching.
offensive that it's almost funny. It's sad and funny all at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, you could get a laugh out of it because you're like, yo, is this guy fucking for real?
It's unbelievable. So it got us thinking, right?
Yeah.
We've lived in some crazy times, watched some crazy fights, some crazy athletes. Who are the most unhinged athletes of our lifetime?
Well, listen, Sean Strickland, I'll give you the analogy. You know when a girl's super hot, let's say she's got an ass you praise. Let's say she's got the perfect body.
You know, ass worship is a big thing
I know.
nowadays. Yeah.
But you know when a girl is like a 12, you'll put up with her being the biggest pain in the ass ever. When athletes are really good at what they do, we've tolerated quite a bit over the years, and I'm glad you compiled the list with me because besides Strickland being a good fighter, for years, we tried to find a home for Antonio Brown. Team to team to team. Until he finally ripped off his jersey and left the field, we tried to do everything to accommodate this guy.
I mean, what an exit. And the sad part, again, much like Strickland, it's sad and funny all at the same time. The sad part is how great he was. And when we met him early in his career, what a nice, personable dude he was. I don't know what happened, but even just this week, he's in the news because he's filing for bankruptcy or whatever. Meanwhile, he's posting videos of his brand new grill. Have you seen it?
Of course I have.
Yeah, I am crazy.
Maybe I am crazy. $100,000 grill. $100,000 diamond grill, but he's bankrupt? Look at this guy. What happened to him? Off his rocker.
No, not off his rocker. Unhinged.
Unhinged.
Well, speaking of rockers, John Rocker, Atlanta Braves pitcher in the 2000s, late 90s, 2000s. Remember he talked about all the minorities in New York and said all this racist stuff, and everyone's like, that's John Rocker.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to all the earlier highlights I have in my dome in the brain. I'm thinking like the Mad Hungarian, Al Hrabosky, the pitcher, the guys that seemed unhinged, but then you got John Rocker and he takes the cake because he just offended everybody.
Let's make a line in the sand.
Yeah.
That's a saying, right? A line in the sand?
Line in the sand.
This side, like unhinged, meaning like peculiar. I'm talking unhinged, like says some shit that you're like, what did they say? John Rocker was the most unwelcome dude at then Shea Stadium in New York. He insulted everything about the melting pot that is New York City. And if he said that today, no doubt he'd be kicked out of the league.
Thanks.
I don't think this guy is mean-spirited. In fact, I think he might just be misunderstood, but unhinged as well. Dennis Rodman.
Out of control.
I don't know what story I like better, and I know you know the stories. Actually, you know what? As Spot, our video guy, shows a picture of him getting married with a wig on.
How about that story?
As
right
a
there?
woman? Unhinged.
He was one of the first with all those tattoos, right? Piercings, everything. The worm, man. Dennis Rodman is definitely on the list, especially for the time, because even at the time, he was the only guy who was tatted up like that and pierced like that and was wild like that. He was a wild man, out of control, Dennis Rodman. At the same time, he was a great basketball player, greatest rebounder maybe ever.
I don't think anyone says bad things about him, so that's why I'm saying it's not like he's a bad dude, just unhinged.
And I think the last one is sort of borderline because she did commit crimes and everything.
I mean, here's the deal.
Yeah.
You could blame it on Galooly and his goons.
That's it.
But the reality is, Tanya Harding, the fact that whether she claims involvement or not, the fact that someone took a pipe to Nancy Kerrigan's leg. TyRack play of the day or what?
I think we have to.
Before the bad news of James Harden's broken thumb, the Cavs won another one, this time beating the New York Knicks.
Mitchell, 12 on the clock, double team, bounce right side to Wade. Wade, left side, Harden, open three, bullseye! And that's the price you pay when you double team Donovan Mitchell.
Boom, shakalaka.
That's courtesy of 100.7 WMMS Cavalier Radio Network. And that was our TyRack play of the day. For over 40 years, TyRack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TyRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And you know what, Rich? Off the air, I took a little walk to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I said bathroom. That's how we say it in Jersey.
Yeah.
The bathroom. And I had an epiphany.
You mean how like our grandparents would say turlet?
Yeah, I was staring at the turlet and I had an epiphany. And it dawned on me, like, when it comes to if you can't beat them, join them mentalities, it's a younger guy's philosophy. Like, screw this. I'm jumping ship and joining the winning team. That's just how it is, and we've accepted it. Younger people play by different rules. Everybody's friends now. And you know what? That's how you have to play the game. Hey, Stugatz is the new show here, right? So what do? Hey, man, what's up, Stugatz?
No, let's do something
yeah,
together.
We're all
you know?
friends, and we're all friends, because that's how you play the game now. So you have to either pivot and adjust, or you're the dinosaur that everybody hates. The older cats in the game don't acknowledge the newer shows, because that's the mentality they're stuck with. You think Howard Stern, and I say this respectfully, I'm a big fan. I came up in that world. You think he's out there giving props to younger shows? He doesn't even mention them. He doesn't even mention them. He'll pretend to not know them because that's competition.
The different
You
mindset.
want to beat the competition. That's the old mindset. You don't try to befriend, let alone join the competition.
Oh, Stu and Colin used to get into it back in the day when they both worked for ESPN.
Now,
Radio.
I don't know this for a fact, but if knowing Colin's been in the game a long time, he's probably reluctant to even acknowledge it.
Yeah. Well, it's the
Because
old
that's
school
how it was
mentality.
played. That's how it was played.
But now you got to realize the mindset of, how do you build your audience? Let's go on each other's podcast. And that to an old school guy, that's like, what?
Right, yeah. What do you mean I'm going on your podcast? I'm trying to beat you.
So,
and the reason we bring this up, again,
we
if
don't
you just
like when
joined us-
boxers do this either, Covino.
I don't like it. No,
Yeah.
because we want to see the competition, right? We don't want to see them playing slap ass. Fans seem like they're more invested sometimes.
Yeah.
The reason we bring this up, just to wrap it up again, is L.A. is enemy number one, it seems like. And Jazz Chisholm sort of took a stand. He said he'd rather play for the Angels than play for the Dodgers.
Even after the owner
which is
said,
an old school mentality.
Even after the owner said winning isn't in the top 5 priorities. So,
I know. And a lot of people calling out L.A. today.
I do want to point out, if you are watching on the stream, shout out to Trip and everyone watching.
What up, Trip?
I'm not wearing capri pants. I just rolled up my sweatpants for some reason. Someone questioned, is Rich wearing capris? And I want to let it be known. No, I am not.
Way back on a Wednesday, did everybody rock them Pilgrim style? And when I say Pilgrim style, I mean you would pull your tube socks all the way up. Did everybody do that?
I think so.
For a minute, maybe. I
Really?
remember.
You didn't do that in like grade school
I
or junior high?
remember on a way back Wednesday, I remember cuffing my jeans where you would roll the bottom, sort of like, and then in the
Oh,
Exactly.
my brother
French
even
cuff.
used a pin
Yeah.
to like keep them like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you went through the stage where your bootcut jeans would drag and they'd be filthy and like raggedy.
Was my town of Union, New Jersey, the only town that rocked sweatpants Pilgrim style with the socks pulled up? That's so weird.
You look like old baseball players.
Yeah, that's exactly how we rocked them for years.
Didn't the Pilgrims crash one of their boats into your hometown?
I mean, it's not
Like way back
officially
when?
called
Yeah.
Pilgrim style. I just sort of made that up.
Yeah, Cavino Mayflower over here.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's a new mentality. You either adjust or you get left behind.
No doubt. Now tonight, new Love is Blind. I know there's not a lot of, we're waiting for baseball. There's basketball. But Cavino and I off the air were saying, every time we watch these shows, and you can make fun of us for watching these shows, but Danny, I think you could agree.
Well, it's better than watching that long State of the Union last night. And no offense, again, I'm just saying.
Is it still
I'd
going?
rather watch Love is Blind.
Yeah, we all made fun of these shows until our women pulled us into the shows.
Yeah,
Right,
By the way,
right.
you know what I hate about any State of the Union, whether it's Trump, Obama, Clinton, or Bush? I hate the fact that, like, it's a divided stand and applause. Like, you're not allowed.
so
You're not allowed to
lame.
applaud if you're on one side. Like,
It's
and
the U.S. Olympic team. Stand up, you idiots.
yeah. Like to me, it's like
You're against hockey now?
Like, no matter who the president is,
Where's the politics in that?
if Democrats sit for Republicans and Republicans sit for
Yeah,
Democrats,
both ways.
I think it's embarrassing.
Both lame.
Like I almost feel like it's someone's wife being like, "Don't you stand? Don't you stand?" Like,
It's so funny. You know what? It's the opposite of what we're talking about with sports. Man, they're so loyal to their party that they won't stand for a hockey team.
come
It's
on.
ridiculous.
Anyway,
It's Bloods and Crips.
I was
It
telling
is.
Cavino,
They're committed to their gangs,
I was
bro.
telling Cavino that I just think, I know it's for reality TV, but please tell me we weren't that dumb in our 20s.
Oh, we were dumber.
But I don't think so.
Yes.
No.
I don't
Danny,
think so
I don't-
either.
Really?
Some of these guys are just like
I think we were dumber. to be
top
honest.
level dumb. And I sound dumb saying like, "Oh, the dumb," but you watch some of these reality shows and you're like, I know the casting process does that on purpose, but my goodness.
Give me an example. Like, what's grinding your goat?
Well, first of all, the one dude, Chris,
Oh, that guy.
The
Oh,
little
the Hobbit boy.
The Hobbit boy.
Hobbit boy. Yeah.
And that one guy, the former soccer player, who's like super handsome.
Alex or Eric, whatever his name
He
is.
doesn't understand the woman's menstrual cycle, and he gets mad about stacking water in a refrigerator. Like, I'm like, what are we doing here?
He should have been drafted top 10.
I
New
know.
episodes tonight.
So I'll be watching that and maybe some NBA. We got more CNR next.
It's Cavino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo
joking.
Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Cavino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all's show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Cavino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Cavino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Cavaliers guard James Harden has a fracture in his right thumb. That's a non-displaced fracture, according to NBA insider Chris Haynes. Also for Harden, it's his non-shooting hand. He may try to play through the injury. He's listed as questionable for tonight's game against the Bucks. He will receive treatment. As for other teammates, Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell, they have been both ruled out for tonight's game against Milwaukee. Staying in Cleveland, this time in the NFL, Browns head coach Todd Monken spoke today about the quarterback situation involving Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson.
I think it's an open competition. I don't know why it wouldn't be an open competition. And I don't mean that saying it harshly, but I don't think there's enough on film over the last couple of years, one way or the other, to say, boy, we have a starter quarterback yet, whether internally or externally.
The Chicago Tribune says the Bears are allowing linebacker Tremaine Edmonds to seek a trade. Jaguars are playing back-to-back weeks in London next season. Both will be home games. I'm Dan Byer.
We got Sammy Sweetheart with Midweek Major. The biggest stories in sports and pop culture. Are they midweek or major stories?
Indeed.
Cavino and Rich are broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio here in the very hated L.A. Hey, if you can't beat them, join them, right?
Yeah.
We're here. We joined L.A. all the way from the East Coast. And remember, you could join us with the iHeartRadio app wherever, whenever, 24/7 on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Search Fox Sports on the app. Stream us live all day, every day, and make us #1 on the preset.
Didn't you just say whenever, wherever?
Yeah, Shakira.
Isn't she one of the nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
She sure is.
I don't know. What do you think? Yes or no?
Shakira? Yeah, man.
I mean,
she's huge.
No.
She's an international superstar.
I was going to say, of course, yes. I'm
She's got Hall of
should
Fame
she-
cheeks.
I'm asking, should she be in the Hall of Fame? Of course, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to our show, Graham. Speaking of music, Metallica announced Sphere residency in October. How cool is that? So
Wow.
get on that pre-sale. That's
So,
big.
Pacquiao Mayweather in September and then Metallica in October?
At the Sphere.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
I can't wait. That's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm Cavino. I'm a big rock fan. Rich Davis, he's a pop diva princess. He's also a Mets fan. Poor Rich. He also,
I'm the worst.
He also has a mustache.
Well,
what is going on with
I have
you?
the mustache because I did what every guy does. You know when you shave your beard? I hadn't shaved in a couple weeks. I just had some scruff going on. And you know when you leave the mustache as a joke at the end?
Did your wife lie and tell you look better like that?
No,
She's trying to take you out the game,
My
man.
wife said, leave that. She pulled me in the other room, and I'll leave it at that.
No,
And
she said leave that because she doesn't want the other school moms looking at you. Now they're going to look at you like you're a creep.
Who wants a mustache ride?
Oh, hey, Mike, what's going on? Big Mike,
Hey,
who runs this
Mike,
place.
everybody.
What's up, Big Mike?
Hey, guys.
All right. You know what we do every Wednesday? Mike's Words of Wisdom. This is a fun opportunity just to give away a prize and learn something from the guy that runs this place.
Who?
Mike, the guy right here.
This guy right here.
That's me, Danny.
Mike, you want to take it away or what? You want to get into this?
I am ready when you guys are.
It's time for the guy that runs this place.
Just for clarification, guys, Big Mike does not run this place. He is not in charge of everything. He has no power over really anybody here. He does not run this place.
It's Big Mike's Words of Wisdom on a Wednesday.
DB makes it clear, huh?
Yeah, he's not holding back.
So just so you guys know, I had a rough couple of weeks.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Lost a couple of family pets, so my words of wisdom today will be a little somber.
Okay.
Okay. We've all been there. You know,
Yeah,
it's
sorry to
the
hear
worst.
that, Mike.
As people say, you sign up for like a decade of love and then they rip it away from you.
17 plus years.
Oh boy!
Just do us a favor, Mike.
Did you have hair when
Yeah.
you got this cat?
Oh, jeez. Really? Is that where we're going?
I'm just I'm trying to live the levity.
The
a
answer is
little
actually no. I did
okay.
not.
All right,
okay.
all right.
But
I was
thank
saying,
you.
Please don't cry because then it'd be really awkward.
Then I'll cry.
Yeah.
And then,
I will do my best.
Okay.
all right. I'll look the other way.
All right, here we go. I got to make sure for the game that we start properly. So starting now. You spend years saying, why is there fur on everything I own? And then one day you'd give anything to find one more hair on your black sweater.
Oh, man.
I thought you were going to say on your head, but yeah.
No, Mike, that is true.
Sad. That's
That
so
is
You know,
sad.
it's honestly, I don't care about my hair. Just so you guys are all aware, make fun
no,
of my
no,
baldness
I
all you
like-
want,
listen.
because I don't care that I have no hair.
I've known him for 20 years. I've never seen him with hair.
I don't.
Thank you, Mike.
I don't.
Thank you.
Mike was like Charlie Brown when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Never had hair.
Yeah. But,
Except on that supermarket sweep episode. That
I
was
did
the
have
only
hair
time.
there. Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Hair
I
on
did have hair
Byer.
there.
That's so sad, Mike.
When Gary Coleman C-blocked it, did you have their hair then or no?
I did actually back then. I had hair then.
877-99 on Fox. If you could repeat Mike's Wednesday words of wisdom, very
I should probably
heart-touching
give it
words
to them
today.
again.
All right,
Yeah,
one more time.
Mike.
If you could repeat it word for word, you win a CNR prize pack. 877-99 on Fox. One more time, Mike.
You spend years saying, "Why is there fur on everything I own?" And then one day you'd give anything to find one more hair on your black sweater.
Yeah, that is true. Mike, we apologize for the loss of your pets.
Everybody can relate.
I thought you were going to say the loss of my hair.
And your hair. We lost our family dog in December.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you know,
I
my wife
remember.
has not had the heart yet. And I'm not going to be the guy that does it. We still have our dog's water ball out. It's not taking up space, but
Right.
she doesn't have the heart yet to like officially close the chapter. Like, you know, it's sad.
I was going to do it yesterday,
Oh.
and I could not bring myself. I
Oy.
honestly could not.
Oy.
So
Well,
hopefully this weekend I'll get a chance.
repeat Mike's words of wisdom, and you can win a prize. 877-99 on Fox. Now, can I give you something that will make you feel good in a happy way? A sad, like happy tears, maybe.
Okay.
If you go to my Instagram @RichDavis, I saw a video, and I know these are more and more popular. Covino, have you ever seen someone that is colorblind
Yes.
put on glasses for the first time, and their world changes?
Yes.
There's some dude in his 60s whose family, for his birthday, they're like, "Hey, Carl, we got you a present." And he's like, "Hey, what are these?" Takes these glasses out, and this grown man, like a you know, like your typical like fun-loving old boomer type, throws the glasses on, and he starts like his mannerisms are like of an excited schoolboy, and he starts crying. The guy could see color for the first time.
That's
so he
amazing.
could see any color?
No, he was black, colorblind, apparently black
Man.
and white, and just sees the
Someone
world.
should
a
show
whole
him
new
the
way.
Wizard of Oz right now.
Right now.
Well,
What
yeah.
the hell? I thought the whole thing was in black and white.
Man, when they go to Munchkin,
Oh man, that's
they
crazy.
go to Munchkinville. Is it Munchkin Land?
Munchkin Land, dude.
Munchkinville's where that guy Chris from Love Is Blind lives.
Yes, the Hobbit boy.
All right. Hey,
So-
and again, repeat Mike's words, you win. And thank you, Mike.
Thank
You
you,
got
Mike.
it, guys.
All right. I saw something that I thought was interesting, Cove.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny, do you want to get into the NFL stuff now, or what do you want to get it? What do you choose our own adventure?
I think right up your alley, especially with that mustache, is the fart story.
You know what?
Just be careful saying the F word too many times on a network.
I'll
When you say because of the
Say
mustache,
flatulence.
are you saying because of Stan Van Gundy's tie to the story?
Yes.
Yes.
So, I think a true testament is do you laugh at immature stuff?
Yes.
And I think that's sort of what bonds Cavino and I together since we've been friends, was that I was like, yeah, this guy's as dopey and immature as I am with things.
Yeah.
And that's
If you're too stuffy for a fart joke, I'm not sure we could be friends. Come on, a good fart joke, a good fart could make
Yeah.
light of a situation.
Oh, it's
me-
stuffy in here.
to me, if, our friendship will probably be in jeopardy if you don't like a good flatulence joke, a good sexual innuendo, or something like stupidly immature.
Yeah, sophomore humor and behavior, I'm not above it. You know, I there's a time and place, right? And when we're on radio, I'm trying to have a fun time.
I don't know if there's a time and place for me. I'm constantly accused by my wife of.
I mean, if there's a serious, if we're in a business meeting, Rich, right? Like, yeah, of course I'll lead with some humor and try to make light of things, but I don't cross those lines
I mean,
inappropriately.
Mike was just talking about his pets dying, and I made a bald joke. I have a hard time in the serious.
Yeah, there's room for both, but I'm never too big for dumb humor.
Okay.
There's no question.
Stan Van Gundy was on a podcast, I think with our old pal Michelle Beadle. He was talking to some NBA folks, and there was a question asked about a rumor, and it has to do with Dwight Howard. Take a listen.
I got an inside source, and I need you to confirm this if it's true or not, that said, you used to get pissed at Dwight Howard during your pregame speeches because he would just constantly fart while you were trying to get the guys going. Confirm or deny, Coach?
You know, I would confirm, actually.
I knew it. Playing with Dwight, I knew it was true.
That's disgusting and awesome.
You know, can I say something seriously? I know it's funny and all, but for most of my life, I lived that life and lived that way thinking it was normal. And it's not. And if you're like Dwight Howard or me for most of my life, you're probably lactose intolerant. And honest to God, Rich, no one ever told me this, and I didn't know about it. And I stopped eating dairy, and that sort of fixed everything.
Is this a lactose awareness segment?
No, I'm serious.
Hey, if you're like Cavino or Dwight Howard, see your doctor.
Because you accept, like, I guess that's just how I am, right? But, like, no, that's not it.
It's so funny.
Something's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that all the time.
Can't wait to hear Stu Gotts read this copy.
Well, dude, the new study, there was a study recently. Apparently, there's smart underwear. I apparently have the dumb ones, I guess. Because
smart underwear. Are you sure this isn't something you got duped by?
No, this was a study according to the New York Post, I believe.
Smart underwear.
The new average is 32 Are you more comfortable with the term toots? 32 toots a day. It used to be 14 on average. They're saying now 32 times a day is what's going on.
There was some study, right?
Yeah, it was a study.
Yeah.
Hold on. We're getting out of control. I'm okay with turning my lights on with my voice or smart locks or smart. Now you tell me the smart underwear?
Yeah, with built-in pedometers. I don't know if that's pedometer. Mine said 10,000 farts. But anyway, if you're one of those guys breaking records, if you're one of the guys like Dwight Howard, all I'm saying is, yeah, it's not because you're eating beans. It's not because you're just a gassy dude. It's probably because you have an issue. And for me, it was anything with cheese or milk.
The
Just stop.
University of Maryland did this study.
That's so funny. And what I find interesting is that I'm not saying I'm not guilty of being weird.
All I'm saying is I'm not that guy anymore, Rich. I'm better.
I'm just saying.
Cove, you gave up dairy and alcohol. Like, I barely know you anymore. Dude.
I know. Who
I got
am
nothing to
Who
relate
are
to
you?
you anymore about.
Who am I, Sam? I know.
What are we going to have in common
I
in
don't
the
know.
future?
But, you know, interestingly enough, Iowa Sam, is that in Cavino's life since I've known him, since we were in our 20s, two changes. The guy realized, oh, maybe I'm lactose. And the other one was he realized he finally addressed his allergies. He was snorting and sniffling, and like we used to joke that he had a baby pig with you.
Yeah, but
he would do this throat clear. I'm like, dude, what are you?
Because I have that nasal drip all from dairy.
People who itch their ears.
And it could be ice cream, right? Like, so I eat that dairy-free Ben & Jerry's, that vegan one, whatever.
Lactate.
Yeah, because I realized, oh, wait, it's not just me. I'm lactose intolerant. And I learned that way too late in life. Yeah, I think that was part of the reason I got divorced. Couldn't deal with it anymore. You know, I'm a better man.
You're disgusting.
Yeah. I can't stand you. You're gross. So anyway, you know, when I hear this Dwight Howard thing, my immediate thought is he probably has an issue. He's not addressing.
Maybe so, or maybe just a prankster. All right, let's get a winner for Mike's words of wisdom, and then there's an NFL story I definitely wanted to get to today. Let's say hi to who, Danny G?
Let's start with Laura in Vegas.
Laura, if you could repeat Mike's Wednesday words of wisdom verbatim, you win a prize pack.
Hi. Okay, hi guys.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are fantastic, and whenever you're ready, take it away.
Okay. All right. You spend years saying, why is there fur on everything I own? And then one day, you give anything to find one more hair on your black sweater.
Yeah.
That's a winner.
Boom. One and done.
So sad. How you feeling? You won. Congratulations.
Hey, Laura.
Hey.
Great job, buddy.
Hey, Laura. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, sorry, Laura. Sorry about that.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Ignore Covino, Laura. I'm
Sorry.
going to get your info. Hang on the line. We're going to mail a CNR prize pack to you there in
Sorry,
Vegas.
Laura. It's a Taco Tuesday. I had too many beans.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Hey,
Thank
you too.
you.
Great job.
Be good. Enjoy.
Oh, sorry. Wicked games. Oh.
Yesterday was Taco Tuesday. You still have side effects?
Yeah. Yeah. I had leftovers for lunch.
You know what? We got Iowa Sam doing Midweek Major in a little bit, but I did want to go over this list with you guys. Danny G always sending us cool stuff. You should see our group chat. It's like just, it's almost like back and forth, 24 hours a day of just dumb articles and fun things. Danny G, you send so many cool things.
Check out Dwight Howard's farting. Thanks, Danny G.
Danny, I have to check the legitimacy of this one article you sent me because I saw it too. Maybe we'll discuss it tomorrow. Saying how women are outnumbering men at like events and clubs
in New York.
In New York,
Yeah.
Like where we're like,
But I imagine it's not just in New York. It was a study, wasn't it from the New York Post?
Yeah, they're saying a new study shows that women are outnumbering men at dating events, and it's like guys,
what?
what are we doing? Get out there, gentlemen.
I think of Mickey I'm like, well, what are we waiting for? Like, go out there and meet some women.
Maybe something to get to tomorrow, but you sent a cool list, and I love a list because lists are made to be debated. A lot of times lists are made to annoy people. I remember when we worked for Maxim. Remember magazines back in the day? They would always do.
What are those?
They would always do the Maxim Hot 100, and it was here's your hottest 100 women of the year, clearly up for debate, and they would always make number 1 and 2 debatable just so people would talk about it.
Right.
Now, I think some of these are pretty good. Let's go around the room and think about what would you consider the best NFL nickname of all time.
Best NFL. Oh, it's an eagle, clearly. It's an eagle. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, is it a guy that won a Super Bowl?
It's a Super Bowl champion, an unlikely Super Bowl champion.
Oh,
the Philly.
That's a good Big D Nick.
It has to be the number one.
I mean, Saint Nick on radio.
Oh,
yeah.
Saint Nicholas. But yeah, Nick Foles has a pretty
Nick Foles nickname, and I just feel like it matches what he accomplished.
It does,
right? Because he threw it out there,
and because he's like an unassuming guy, the name is sort of like ironic, but not right. And it's
Football.
like
it was big
fits
growing up,
him, right?
There's a few good ones from the '85 Bears, but like Refrigerator Perry, I always thought was cool because it was memorable.
Yeah.
And it was a great description of what he brought to the game.
Refrigerator Perry's a great one.
It's just as a kid, I'm speaking like as a kid, you remember that, you know.
I think a really good one. You said the Bears when we were kids. I mean, to get it out the way, Sweetness.
Yeah, I wasn't going to give that up. That has to be. In fact, Mike, who just gave us his words of wisdom, who runs this place, he said that was his all-time favorite.
That's got to be the best. Sweetness. Sweetness. Refrigerator Perry. Nick Foles, he got a good one. DB, anything come to mind for you? What's a good NFL nickname?
I think Broadway Joe.
Oh, it's a good one. It is a good one. Real good one.
Yeah, because he was so over the top.
I'm so Broadway.
I'm so proud. And the coats and the guarantee and everything about Joe Namath. Handsome guy, commercials. He was on Brady Bunch.
Yes, he was. Bobby in the end zone with a dart.
So,
right by the planter.
I think that's a good one. I'm looking at this list, and I think they have number one as a guy we all know very well.
I think we let people guess it. If you can guess
All
the
right.
number
Yeah, I
one,
don't
we'll give you a prize.
Iowa Sam it up too much.
Let's not Sammy it up.
Hey,
No,
I've barely
because
been on this
there's-
show today.
There's so many good ones. I think if you could guess the number one, I think that's prize worthy. If anything, some bragging rights.
You know what? Then I'll do this. I'll give you number two, just so
I
we
love
leave-
number two. I
Just
think
so
it's a great
just so we leave number one out there. We'll take your answers and we'll do midweek major with Iowa Sam next. Number two, Beast Mode. Marshawn Lynch.
I think that's a great one.
Is that his nickname or the mode he goes in?
It's both. That's what's cool about it.
Yeah.
It's his nickname. Like, would you be like, there he is, Beast Mode, or does he enter into
It's
Beast
both.
Mode?
Yeah, it's both. Double meaning. I think that's a great nickname.
And
There's one that's not on here, Rich, that I was thinking about. The Bus.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
it
Not
is.
on this
It's-
top
no,
15
It's there.
list.
Number
It is?
six.
Oh, it
number
is?
six. Number six.
Okay,
The
my
Bus.
bad.
Oh yeah.
Some of these are a little weird because I never take initials to be nicknames. Like
Yeah.
LT's on here and AB is on here. It's like those are just your initials, right? I mean LT. I mean, younger kids think LT's LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, I'm kind of over people just going by their initials, or like shortening the name into like.
Well, you know
one word.
the Yankee trick. Everyone on the Yankees, you just add an E to the end, but not the letter E like
Hey.
like Garrett Cole's like Coley.
Tommy Cutlets isn't on this list.
Tommy Cutlets?
That was a good nickname.
That's a good one.
That was a good nickname.
That's Covino's favorite.
That was a pretty good one. Hey, he was almost a Super Bowl champ. All right, so if you could name the number one.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
What do you think it is? Think about some of the coolest nicknames in the NFL of all time. We'll hook you up. 877-99 on Fox. We're just in a giving mood today, I guess.
Yeah, what the heck. And, Sam, going to be doing Midweek Major next, filling in for our buddy Spot. All the hot stories in the world of pop culture, sports, and entertainment that we might have missed. Keeping you in the loop here. Cavino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio.
Now, speaking of foosball nicknames, ready to tackle your financial goals? With Weeble, you don't have to sit on the sidelines. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Weeble puts you in the game with tools that help you make the moves you want. Trade stocks, options, and ETFs, or play the long game with cash management and retirement accounts all on one platform.
Weeble's app pairs advanced analytics and real-time data so you can read the defense, adjust your strategy, stay in control, and now you can meet Vega, the AI assistant that'll do things like analyze your watch list. And you can ask things like, hey, outlook for this stock, and they'll tell you. Get real-time stock analysis. And if you want a wider view of the field, use Portfolio X-Ray. You can spot trends, manage risk, and optimize performance of your portfolio.
Stop striking out when it comes to your financial future. Join Weeble's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas with fellow investors. Download the Weeble app today on mobile or desktop, Webull, or visit Weeble.com.
Weeble Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosure.
The WBC World Baseball Classic put out their top 10 hitter rankings for the 2026 Classic. Do you want to hear the top 10 or the top 5?
Real quick, I just have to ask you, do you get paid well freelance? But Aaron Judge doesn't pay you to hang from his... Well, no? Okay.
No.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay. Thought that was your side hustle.
Number 10, Fernando. Are you kidding me? The guy who talks about Brock Purdy like you're related to him? The guy who can't stop talking about the Mets? Okay. You got Francisco Lindor's phone number or something? Fernando Tatis Jr.
He's
is
not the
number
problem.
10. So this is the top 10 hitters from all teams, right? Because Tatis obviously plays for the DR.
Okay.
Kyle Schwarber's 9, USA. Acuna Jr., Venezuela at number 8. Julio Rodriguez, number 7, plays for the DR. Vlad Guerrero plays for the DR at number 6. Cal Raleigh plays for USA. He's at number 5. Is he a speed skater by any chance on the side? Cal Raleigh, the big dumper?
With that ass, come on.
So he's pretty low for a guy who was so close to winning the MVP last year. He's number 5 as far as hitting rankings. Your boy Juan Soto playing for the DRs at number 4. Bobby Witt Jr. ahead of Juan Soto at number 3 for Team USA.
Is that overrated? I'm a fan of Bobby Witt Jr.
I would have put Soto before Bobby Witt Jr.
Is there a part of you that feels like Bobby Witt will have a big deal when it comes around, but do you think he's going to get like Soto, Ohtani, Judge type of money?
Yeah, I think he will. I'm not throwing shade on him. I just thought maybe Soto would have been ahead of him. I mean, even for star power, but maybe I'm wrong. Here's where it grinds my goat. Here's where it grinds my gears. Here's where it itches my bum. Coming in at number 2, top 10 hitter rankings, Aaron Judge, Team USA, which means
USA.
Number 1 hitter is Shohei Ohtani for Japan. Now, can't take anything away from Shohei Ohtani. I think he's the best player in the game, right? If it was the best player, then yeah, okay, Shohei Ohtani, fine.
You sound like Rob Parker. He's not the best pitcher or the best hitter.
Well, dude, he's not the best hitter.
I mean,
he's just not.
I'll give you this.
And if you don't believe me, believe the stats.
I'll give you this. Judge is a better hitter, but I think the pure presence of Shohei Ohtani just...
Judge is a way better hitter. It's not even close. Is Shohei Ohtani a better all-around player? Yes. I feel no shame in saying that. He's great. I love him.
Way better?
Judge is a way better hitter. What he does is circus numbers. He's a freak. Here's the only discrepancy, I guess.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge has played 2 more years than Shohei in the bigs, right?
Okay.
So he's got 10 years in the bigs. Ohtani's got 8.
Okay.
All right, let's really break it down. As far as hits, Aaron Judge. 1205. Shohei, 1050. Home runs.
You just said 2 more years.
Yes, I know, but
So you don't
these
think he'll
numbers
get
will
two-
be
you don't think
significant.
he'll get 200 hits in 2 years?
Can
So-
I finish?
I'm just saying.
Judge, 368 home runs. Shohei, 280. RBI, Judge, 830. Shohei, 669.
I mean, you
But, dude, it's significant.
They're
Average.
not.
Because you think that Aaron Judge is just a slugger. He has a 294 career average to Shohei's 282. 282? He's a better hitter than Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge.
You know what you just did?
Puts up circus numbers, dude.
Can I
Look
just-
at his career home run highs.
Could I
Shohei's
just-
not there.
Can I tell you what you just did?
Yeah, dude, how could give credit where it's due? How could you take that away from Aaron Judge?
I think Judge is. I'll say this. I think Judge.
Is it the biggest deal? No, but I don't think it's correct.
No, Judge should be number 1. But can I just say this?
Yeah.
You just did what I've done in arguments with my wife. I plead my case for something, and then I realize while I'm pleading my case,
Did
I'm
I
like,
not
oh,
preface it that
no,
he has 2 more years?
No, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, as I'm speaking, I'm proving that I was wrong.
No, I don't think that at all.
All right.
Aaron Judge, 62 home runs, 58 home runs, 52 home runs. Dude, Shohei hasn't hit the 60 mark.
Don't give me
Get out of my
dude,
face.
don't say-
Shohei, look at his career batting average. Like I said, 294.
294 and 282 is not like
Aaron
substantially
Judge
different.
batted 331 last year,
Oh,
bro.
boy.
Get
Jeez.
out of my face.
All right,
He
can I-
batted 322 the year before.
Danny-
I think people don't realize or don't want to give the credit where it's due, where you think he's just a slugger hitting bombs. The guy's an incredible hitter. He's the number 1 hitter in the league, period.
Danny, do you want to?
So give it where it's due. We all love Shohei, but let's be
Sam,
realistic.
Do you guys want anything from Chipotle? I'm going to run down the block while Cavino goes on an Adam Shine type monologue about how
It's
he loves Aaron Judge so much.
unbelievable.
I love Aaron
It's
Judge.
Dude.
Why don't you do that for the next 20 minutes? I'll go get lunch for all of us. And when I come back, you'll still be hanging from the huevos of Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Goodbye, guys.
Oh, I see what Sam did here. Sweetness. Jimmy Eat World style. Walter Payton style. One of the best nicknames for sure. We're Cavino and Rich. Live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Rich Davis has a lot of nicknames. Most of them I can't say here on Fox Sports Radio, which is why you should check out our Patreon.
By the way, I think someone made a thread once on social media, like, what's your favorite nickname for Rich?
I like the Dandy Boy. The Dandy Boy Davis.
There's so many dumb ones that you guys have said over the years. I mean, keep in mind, we've been friends for 20 years.
Today he's Scam Selleck.
Yeah, what's
Scam
that?
selling.
For sure. Which mustache,
I'm shaving
bro.
this tonight. I just, wife wanted one night of a mustache man, I guess.
All right, well, we're live from Fox Sports Radio studio. Remember,
Mix
to
it up.
see Rich's mustache, Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. We're streaming live now. And for over 40 years, TyRack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TyRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Now, before we get into Midweek Major, hosted by Sammy Sweetheart today.
There you go.
Thank you. We have a few people
right here.
on hold.
Our video guy Spot loves when Cavino cleans and leaves the disinfecting wipes right in the camera shot.
877-99 on Fox.
It's a great look.
We have people guessing. What do you think, according to what website is this again, Danny?
ML Football, yeah.
According to ML Football, what is the number 1 NFL nickname in NFL history?
Now, we gave you some of the runner-ups. Beast Mode, Sweetness, Refrigerator Perry.
I said Raheem the Rocket Ismail. That always
Yeah,
stood
the
out to me
Rocket
when I was in,
Ismail.
right?
Great, yeah.
And that, when I was little, because if you were burning
cool, yeah,
people,
the
Rocket Ismail. I mean, he was more of a college standout than an NFL guy, but I mean, he played in the NFL. It was a great
I
nickname.
love the nasty ones like the Executioner.
Yeah, there's some good ones, man. Bar none. NFL, what's his name? William Floyd of the 49ers. Bar none, I believe. But hold on, I got to look this up.
How about Bam Bam? Old school Seahawks.
Bam Bam. Hold on. Bar none.
If you can guess the number one, we'll hook you up with a prize, all right? Let's take these 2 phone calls and then midweek major. Who do we got, Danny J?
Yeah,
William
all
Floyd.
the lines loaded. We'll start with John in Florida.
Oh,
You're
nice.
up first. Yeah.
What up, Johnny?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I was saying earlier I had the poster of this in my room growing up, and it was Lester Hayes, the Nike, the judge.
Nice.
Oh, good nickname.
That's a good one.
Not number one, but a good one.
Really good one. You know what? Didn't make the list, actually. Should we go over the list? And then?
Yeah, I don't see a lot of the 70s players on there. Like, I was thinking Mean Joe Green.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That probably should be number one.
Right?
Right?
It's a decent guess.
Yeah.
If you were to say that, I wouldn't disagree. They have number 15, Tom Brady, the GOAT. Number 14,
Is
Rob.
that even a nickname?
No.
I know. Number 14, Gronk for Rob Gronkowski.
Gronky.
Yeah. And you know what he says about that? He said he was never Gronk until the NFL. His brothers were like one of his brothers they called Gronk. No one ever called him Gronk. Now he's Gronk. AB for Antonio Brown at number
Initials,
13.
simply initials.
OBJ, Odell
Initials.
Beckham Jr. Number 12, Weapon X.
Yeah, the comments were lit up, and it's exactly what you guys said. Lists are made so that people will argue about what they see.
At number 11 for Brian Dawkins. LT, you already said at number 10. Cam Chancellor, Bam Bam, number 9. And, yeah, we got the Nigerian, Honey Badger, the Bust, the Refrigerator.
Nigerian Nightmare. That's a great one.
Megatron. We already said Sweetness. We already said Beast Mode. What's number one?
Gonna try to find a winner here. Travis in Indiana is second in line.
What's up, Trav?
Hey, guys. What's up? Thanks for taking my call.
No problem.
I'm going to go with Deion Sanders, prime time.
And
ding, ding, ding,
you, my friends, got it.
Yeah.
There it is. Prime
Number
time.
one on their list.
Ding, ding, dingy, ding, ding.
You got it.
Prime time. It's a good one.
Oh, awesome.
You can't argue. Prime time Deion Sanders.
But I'm telling you what, as a Yankees fan, watching him come up with his Jerry curl and hitting inside the Parkers, he was Neon Deion Sanders for a while, too. Let's not forget that. And then he became prime time.
Yeah, he's got 2 nicknames. I got to give props to Ian, one of the young editors here at Fox Sports Radio. Good dude. He said there's 2 guys about to enter the NFL with great nicknames. He said, out of Iowa State, Sammy, I know you're an Iowa guy, Iowa State, Dominique Orange is the big citrus.
That's a good one.
I love that.
That's a good one.
He said out of Cincinnati, Dante Corleone, the Godfather.
Dante Corleone.
Dante Corleone.
I love that.
So a couple good ones that are coming up to the NFL before you know it. All right, it's time for something we do every Wednesday to break up the week, Midweek Major.
Cavino and Rich get you over the middle of the week with Midweek Major.
Ooh, I love that.
We throw sports and pop culture headlines and topics at the fellas, and it's like the kids say,
That's so mid. Week definitely major.
CNR scoring. Midweek Major.
Aw, yeah, got to go quick here to give Iowa Sam a whole 7 minutes in for Spotty. Before we hand things over to the number one and only fill-in host, we'd like to roll the 2 big red love dice over there, see who goes first.
4? Oh, weak sauce. Yeah, weak time.
That was a week 4 from Covino. Now a Rich roll.
4. All right, roll 1. You suck. 1. I got to win.
Yeah. If you tie again.
5, 4. Okay,
All right, Rich gets to go first.
Rich goes first.
And now the most famous person besides Michael Waka from Iowa City, Iowa, Iowa Sam.
Michael Walker, you say?
Wait a second. He's not more famous than Slipknot. He's not more famous than anybody in Slipknot.
They're from Des Moines.
Oh, okay.
Waka. Michael Waka, he was a Met for like a minute. I don't think he even really played. All right, let's go, Sammy boy.
By the way, how about midweek or major on just one quick NFL nickname? Elroy Crazy Legs Hirsch. Any guy named Crazy Legs back in the day.
I think that's a great nickname.
That's a pretty good one.
There's
Also,
there's
Ron Jaworski, Jaws. That was another one I thought. Jaws is a good one.
There's a competitive eater named Crazy Legs Conti.
Isn't that your dance nickname, Sam?
Some say.
Old Crazy Legs? That's what they call him.
Oh, Crazy Legs McGee.
I think that is a great nickname.
Crazy Legs McGee, a.k.a. Iowa Sam. All right, what do you got, buddy?
All right, guys. It is late February. Football season is over. College basketball is approaching its zenith, but nobody will honestly care until the NCAA tournament rolls around, the brackets at least. How about some baseball? ABS, and I'm not spelling out abs, which I have none. ABS, the automated ball strike challenge system, is being implemented into the game, most recently in places like Fort Myers, Florida, where it was used in a Grapefruit League spring training game yesterday between the Red Sox and Pirates. And it was a rough go for home plate umpire Mitch Tretiak, who had 5 consecutive calls overturned by ABS challenges before the end of the third inning. ABS, good for the game while exposing the human eye at midweek or major.
Ooh, this is major.
Definitely major.
Because I don't want it to be 5 in a row. I almost feel like eventually they'll adjust these. I think it should be sporadic. I'm not saying you should lose them if the umpire stinks, but I don't think it should be like endless. Like you'd be like, challenge, challenge, challenge. I saw one yesterday. I believe, I don't know who the Mets were playing. I showed Cavino and Danny. Danny, I don't know how they did it, but remember it was like a sheet of paper could have fit in between the ball and the K zone. Like, I don't know how they're even doing this, but I think it's good for the game. I like it. I just think maybe there should be a limit, like 2 in a row. Like, I don't think you should be like challenge, 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 challenge. 5 in a row, dude.
I think it's major as well. Remember what Chris Sale said? Chris Sale says he's not going to challenge it because it's the human part of the game. He's not an umpire. It's what they do. But what they do is a job that they take serious. I believe they are committed to getting it right. So I think it's a shift of the mindset. It's not about exposing them, even though it's embarrassing, right? It's about getting it right. And I think as umpires, they should want to get it right and put their egos aside. And I think it's just an adjustment for everybody. It's not about showing them up or making them look dumb. It's about getting the call right.
Like with all new rules, I was saying, I believe there's an adjustment period. I think we could all agree that 5's a bit excessive in a row. And I would like to think an umpire wouldn't get 5 wrong in a row, but maybe
he should be better than that.
Yeah, maybe he was just not in the zone, huh?
Mitch Tretiak was refereeing. He was an ump in AAA baseball last year, so he's still working his way into Major League Baseball. Maybe he's not going to make the cut in terms of doing professional.
Maybe it makes
MLB
them
games,
better.
but
You got to look at it that way too.
Absolutely.
Keeps you honest.
Let's move on to the NFL, where I'm talking about or the lack thereof. Arizona Cardinals general manager Monty Ossenfort was at the NFL Combine yesterday and was asked if he's spoken with quarterback Kyler Murray since the season ended about topics such as how last season unfolded and what Murray wants for the future, saying, yeah, I've always had a good dialogue with Kyler, and I'd say last season wasn't up to what Kyler wanted. It wasn't up to what any of us wanted as a season as a whole. However, according to the 4-letter network, a source claims that they have not spoken since the season ended, and it's worth reminding everyone that Murray missed most of last season with a foot injury and that the organization welcomed in a new head coach in Mike LaFleur. Also, if Murray is on the active roster on the 5th day of the league year, he's due a guaranteed roster bonus for 2027 of $19.5 million. End of Kyler Murray in Arizona, midweek or major?
Dude, I think it's major.
Definitely major.
I say major because if you're a Cardinals fan, listen, it's a great city. I don't think it's like a weak-ass franchise. I just think they're in such a tough spot. They are among, you could argue, one of the best divisions of all time. I saw an article. DB is not going to argue with me. He's a Seahawks fan. They're champions. The Seahawks, Niners, and the Rams were 3 of the best last year. How bad do you feel? It's like, you ever see that picture? It's like one of these things not like the other. The Cardinals are trying to figure out how to not win like 3 games. Meanwhile, everyone else in their division is a Super Bowl contender. It's bad in Arizona now. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's just, you got to move on from Kyler. It's not the answer.
I agree with everything Rich said. It's major. And
Definitely major.
Kyler's getting paid, and what's he supposed to do? He's 28 years old. I had to double-check this. When you think of where he came from, like, is it too late to investigate baseball again? Like, how do you dip out of this gracefully?
I mean, do you ever see that picture? It's a funny meme from, I think, the movie Grown Ups, where it's like 3 girls that are like swimsuit models and 1 girl that's not, and they're all posing together. And that's the Cardinals.
Isn't it from Grown Ups?
Yeah, Grown Ups. Yeah, that's the Cardinals. What else, Sam? You got any more? One more?
I do. Final story here. Let's get to some post-Olympics fallout for one NHL team. Dan brought this up in several of his updates. The Pittsburgh Penguins announced today that Sidney Crosby is headed to the IR. The 38-year-old veteran, a team captain, will miss at least 4 weeks after injuring his right leg February 22nd in a quarterfinal win over Czechia he did not return to Olympic competition. Crosby has the most points on the Penguins, and Pittsburgh is aiming for a playoff spot. The team hasn't made the playoffs in several years, so this has to concern Penguin Nation.
Yeah.
Guys, athletes getting injured and having it impact their professional big paycheck careers, midweek or major.
Again, Sam, you're nailing it. All majors this week. Major.
Definitely major.
I'll tell you why, because we saw this in the World Baseball Classic, which is why certain teams and countries are having discrepancies of who could play, who cannot. Danny, he's your guy now. Edwin Diaz missed a whole season in a celebration. The Mets had a season derailed because Diaz was celebrating and out. So
Yeah, I don't want to see him pitch in the WBC.
listen, I know Paul Skeens is going to make a couple starts. Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge. You know, your stars. I get it. They're just playing what they love, baseball, for their country. But there's a risk. Life's a risk, Carnal.
Life's a risk, Carnalito. And at 38, I had to double-check that, too. It's kind of crazy to see how quick this guy's career flashed right before our eyes.
Remember he was like a young man?
Yeah, he was like the young dude. He's 38 years old. That's
Man.
old in the game. So when you're getting old, or when you're getting hurt like this later in your career, it's not only going to hurt your legacy, but it's going to hurt the team. That stinks.
All right, well, thank you, Iowa Sam.
Thank
Great
you,
job,
Sam.
bud. Let's go to DB for that update. Dan Byer.
Guys, James Harden's got a non-displaced fracture in his non-shooting hand. He's going to receive treatment. Questionable to face the Bucks tonight as the team's set to tip off in Milwaukee in about an hour or so. Cavaliers will be without Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley tonight. Speaking of Cleveland, head coach Todd Monken said there will be a quarterback competition this offseason involving Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, and possibly another quarterback. As for Shedeur in Cleveland, Monken had this to say.
I think what you see is elite playmaking ability. That's in him. You've seen it. We've seen it. You saw it in college. You saw it on tape last year. Sure, there's a ways to go, but what rookie isn't? I mean, what first-year player doesn't have a long way to go?
In other quarterbacking news, ESPN says the teams have shown an interest in acquiring Panthers backup quarterback Andy Dalton. NFL insider Jordan Schultz saying that the Derek Carr unretirement could be getting closer and closer to happening, while ESPN also says Cowboys kicker Brandon Aubrey wants a new deal. He wants to be the highest-paid kicker in the NFL, averaging $10 million per season. Right now, Harrison Butker of the Chiefs is the highest-paid kicker in the league, making $6.4 million. Former Virginia men's basketball coach Tony Bennett has been hired as an NBA draft advisor for the Lakers under team president Rob Pelinka. Guys, back to you.
Yo, Dan Byer, thank you.
Thank
Dan,
you, DB.
What is your personal opinion on kickers and the market, being that we now live in a world where guys are expected to make 50-plus yard field goals on the regular? I know Eddie Pinheiro in the Niners is a similar situation where they're like, yo, are they going to pay Eddie or not? You think the kickers are going to start wanting more money, or are they just replaceable, you think?
In this case with Brandon Aubrey, I mean, he wants
$10 million.
$10 million
right?
when Butker's making $6.5. So you're talking about
80% more.
50%.
A lot of
It's
them.
crazy for that. But I think that the Cowboys would say that Aubrey is probably worth it. I think that there are some kickers that are worth it, just not every kicker.
All right, thank you, my friend. Have a great night, Dan Byer.
You too.
Listen, we got more Cavino and Rich. We'll talk a little more nicknames. Any thoughts on the World Baseball Classic as we get closer? I know you're a big WBC fan, Cavino.
I mean, if you're not, you're missing out. The last one was tremendous, if you remember. USA has to win this one, too.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And you know what?
You know what? I hit up Trump recently. I told him I'm so tired of winning.
I'm so tired. Winning. Just winning. All right, we have more CNR. We'll talk a little World Baseball Classic before we get out of here. Next, right here on Cavino and Rich.
Ready to tackle your financial goals, Rich? With
Yeah,
Weeble, you don't have to sit on the sidelines, whether you're a rookie or a pro. Weeble puts you in the game with tools to help you make the moves you want. Trade stocks, options, ETFs. Play the long game with cash management and retirement accounts all on one platform with Weeble.
Oh, yeah. Weeble's, their app pairs advanced analytics with real-time data so you could read the defense, adjust your strategy, and you can stay in control, especially with Vega, your AI assistant. Ask questions like, what's the outlook for this stock? Or say things like, analyze my watch list, and you get real-time stock analysis, volatility insights, and more. And if you want a wider view of the field, use Portfolio X-Ray to spot trends, manage risk, and optimize your performance.
Stop striking out with your financial future. Join Weeble's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas with fellow investors. You got to download the Weeble app today on mobile or desktop, Webull, or visit Weeble.com.
Weeble Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures.
This story's wild, I'll tell you what. I think it's kind of funny. It's a little misleading, but it's funny at the same time. Canadians women hockey team received mascot stuffed animals. Who doesn't love a stuffed animal, right?
My kids love stuffies.
Yeah, I love a stuffy
You love
too.
a nice stuffy.
That's why I love the speed skaters in the Olympics.
Yeah.
But we're not talking that kind of stuffy. We're talking stuffed animals. Now, Danny G, I don't know what this means. I've seen the footage, but I don't know what this means. I'm reading it to you. Specifically of Tina, a stoat? What's a stoat? Am I saying that right? After their overtime loss
He's reading words
to the U.S. in the 2026 Winter Olympic gold medal game. I guess it describes the plushie that they were given. I just don't know what that means.
The silver medal Canadian women's hockey team. I don't know what you just said. All I know is that they were all handed a little stuffed animal, and it was like...
I was reading the description of the stuffed animal.
What do you need to?
I'm sorry, I don't know what the current Labubu is or whatever it is.
I don't think it... I don't know.
But they did receive the silver, which is something they should be proud of. You heard Eileen Gu say that's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, no matter what country, no matter what sport.
When you're fighting in overtime for that gold, right, maybe that's not the time to hand them this weak-ass ancillary prize. Look, they got their silvers on, but then they hand them these stupid stuffed animals, and you can see the reaction on their faces. They're like, they're so disappointed. That's really the point.
The
like,
looks on their face
it's so
are
funny.
so classic.
Like it's not like...
Even though it's an accomplishment,
it's
it
not
added insult to the injury of losing that game.
It's not a situation where it's like, all right, we let it breathe. It's time for the medal ceremony.
Yeah.
Because when you let it breathe and it's time for the medal ceremony, it's like, all right, everyone has a chance to regroup. Or even after a game, sometimes when two coaches run out to midfield to shake hands, there's a little something going on. Sometimes there's a little
by the way,
attitude.
A stoat is a short-tailed weasel.
So they give these these silver medal, like poor girls they just lost.
These proud women.
These proud silver medal second place women.
Tina the stoat. Tina I mean, it's a mascot.
Spell
so they
it,
give
spell
them
it for me, Steve.
STOAT. So they give them on top of the medal like this weak-ass stuffed animal of a weasel, which is their mascot.
Oh, wait, hold on. You didn't win the gold medal? While you're in the highest of emotional lows, they walk down the row of these Canadian female hockey players, and they hand them stuffed animals. And Danny's right. I don't want to sound mean.
It's the timing of it.
But the funniest, it's so funny because the look of disappointment, like, are you seriously handing me a stuffed animal?
It's like when
right
Ralphie
now?
gets socks for Christmas. It's like that. It's like, get out of here with this. We just lost a heartbreaker. Stupid stuffed animal. So, it started making us think about the weakest gifts you ever got.
One of the
weakest
girls,
ancillary prize.
One of the girls turns it from side to side, looking at it, and that's how my 2-year-old Koa looks at something he doesn't like that I give him as a gift, like a little toy. Like, he's so spoiled right now. He loves monster trucks, but once in a while I'll try to get him like a $1.29 Hot Wheels. And he looks at it, and he'll turn it from side to side, and he throws it.
Yeah, that's messed up.
That's what these girls. That's what it looks like.
Wheels.
These girls want to do with the stuffed animal.
It's really bad.
In my old school, high school group of pals, there's a classic home video where my buddy Jeff thought he was getting like Super Nintendo for Christmas, and he opens up this big box, wrapping paper, everything, and it's a globe.
Like a globe.
And I just. And we used to joke with my pal because on the home video he goes, "Oh, a globe."
It's like when you asked Santa for Transformers and he gave you GoBots. It's like when you wanted He-Man and you got Battlestar Galactica. It's like when you wanted Star Wars and they gave you Buck Rogers.
I mean,
it's not what you wanted. It's the ancillary prize, the lifetime supply of Rice-A-Roni. It's not the Showcase Showdown that you wanted.
Jelly of the Month Club.
No one wants. Oh, yeah. You thought you were getting the holiday bonus to put in a new pool? Sorry, Clark. Here's the Jelly of the Month Club.
inverted Rich Davis. It's like his alter ego, Ziff Davis. Evil Rich Davis.
Oh, that's one of my other nicknames?
Yeah.
Ziff Davis.
It's patreon.com/Covino and Rich.
Monty Bolaños, who's going to be taking over next. Do you hear how this guy paints me? You know me.
Oh, yeah. He's a creep. Everybody knows. Look at his mustache. Don't tell me he...
No, with the mustache, it works perfectly.
He's a creep. He's like Ron Jeremy,
I'm
this guy.
so into it.
Looks like Elliot Mess.
I love it, actually.
Do you like the mustache?
I don't want to admit that I do, but I do.
I think I like the mustache.
It's really funny.
I don't
because
want to admit it.
Not to be
Don't listen to them.
pervy.
They're all trying to bring you down,
Not
bro.
to be pervy. The reason I have it is because I did the typical thing where I'm sure Sean has done this, where you shave your beard, but as a joke, you leave the mustache. And Sarah was like, "Leave it."
Right. I think she's told you this before.
Yeah, so
she
I'm
likes it. Yeah.
No problem. Rock it for a day. See what I get out of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, when I'm in the shower, I do a shampoo mohawk. I'm going to come in with that tomorrow, just for fun.
You should. I think it would look good. Well, there was one time.
I'm just saying, you're ridiculous.
There was one time. Listen, this guy over here next to me, Cavino, Mr. Perfect over here. One time, no one questioned him. He was going through a rough relationship time, and he started growing out his hair, and he called it the Matador, and no one questioned that. There was one time.
Everybody did, behind my back. At least I am man enough to say to your stupid mustache face.
There was one time
that it's ridiculous.
In your 30s, you experimented with like a faux hawk, and
No.
we allowed it.
No. You guys talked about me behind my back. I'm telling you to your face.
He had a stroke. It wasn't even like a 2000s where it's like sort of a mohawk. One time, we called it the Aztec warrior behind his back. We're like, who does this guy think he is? What do you think he's some warrior? I have a picture. I'll send it to you, Monty.
Fine. If you want to see Rich's mustache, join us now, Covino and Rich FSR.
Ladies,
Again,
you might like it.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? Weeble makes it simple to start investing. Powerful tools, real-time data, all in one app. Get started at Weeble.com or download the Weeble app today.
Weeble Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Weeble.com/disclosures.
Quick reminder that tomorrow we're going to do old school show and tell and old school win 50 hits. So we're going to bring some things in, talk about it. More reason to check out our YouTube channel so you could watch Covino and Rich FSR, and we throw it back and get you involved on a Thursday.
You know what?
Yeah.
Before you go with the World Baseball Classic, can I give a shout out to Matthew Stafford?
Sure.
Matthew Stafford was kind enough to leave a little video message for my daughter and her flag football team, because my daughter plays on an all-girls team in a boys' league. I did not know this going in. All the girls that are pals that play softball together, some of the girls that are better, one of the coaches, Oliver, said, "Hey, girls, you want to play flag football?" And we said, let's do it. So the girls play flag football. It's a lot of fun, and they keep it close with the boys. So one of the moms saw Matthew Stafford at a hot yoga class, and he left the girls a message.
What's going on? This is Matthew Stafford, quarterback for the Rams. Heard you're playing flag football against all the boys. Go show them what you got. Good luck. Maybe you'll see my daughters out there someday.
Nice.
And I had to be like, what a good dude. And, if you live in this area, you know that he's always doing things in the community with his daughters and beautiful family. So shout out to Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford. All right. CNR on FSR. Now, Cove. TyRack Skubal is going to be part of Team USA.
Yes.
So is Paul Skeens.
And it all starts March 4th through the 17th.
And as of right now, Danny, there's breaking news that Skubal's going to make only one start in the WBC.
No matter if they advance, only one starts.
But here's why this is important.
Skeens making two, by the way. So pitching alone, it looks like Team USA.
They're stacked.
All right, let's hear it then.
Now, the WBC's been held 5 times. This is a 6th WBC. Okay. It started in 2006, right?
Yeah.
Japan won back-to-back in 2006, 2009. Since then, USA and the DR have won, but then Japan won in 2023. So Japan has won 3 out of the 5 tournaments.
Okay.
It's time for USA to win.
So outside of the
And
two
this
best
is the
pitchers,
time.
outside of the 2 best pitchers of baseball and Aaron Judge, who else is on the roster? We're going to continue this tomorrow. But who
Kyle
else?
Schwarber,
All right, Schwarber.
Bobby Witt Jr., Aaron Judge, Cal Raleigh, Alex Bregman. You got Byron Buxton. I mean, it's stacked. The whole team is stacked. You got in the bullpen Mason Miller, Clay Holmes,
All right, so you know what?
Garrett Whitlock, Bednar.
We'll compare some WBC tomorrow. Until then, have a great night. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.